Have you ever been in an accident? Was it just a minor fender bender, or was it a really bad one? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today.
Welcome to the Ginger and Blonde podcast. He's the ginger and I'm the blonde. And today we're going to talk about the car accidents that we have been in.
But first, we're going to get into spelling bee. Now, I have some tough words.
Okay.
Let me find them real quick. Okay, don't look.
Okay.
I'm going to put the microphone closer in the middle here. Okay, the first word is vulnerable.
Oh my goodness, that's a long word.
This is a sentence with vulnerable in it.
Vulnerable. VULNERABLY. I don't know.
You were so close. Why'd you say BLY? Vulnerably?
Oh, no. Okay, BLE.
Yeah, we'll count it.
Did I get it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think you probably were thinking vulnerably or something like that.
Okay.
We'll give it to you. Okay, the next one is eccentric.
Okay. EXCENTRICT.
No, it's ECCENTRIC. Eccentric.
Oh, did I end it with a T?
I don't even know what you said. You said EX, I'm like, oh.
Okay.
Okay, last word is ambiguous.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Can I get that in a sentence, please?
This is a sentence with ambiguous in it.
AMBIGOUS.
That was close. AMBIGUOUS.
Oh, I was close.
Ambiguous. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Not bad.
Well, 1 for 3. Episode 3. Cars and car accidents. Okay, well, let's get right into the topic we're talking about, accidents and cars. So, it was a weekend. I don't know if it was the past weekend or whatever, but we're going to my sister's surprise birthday party. Now this is about 3 hours from where we live.
Yep.
And so, we decided just to drive down by ourselves and we were going to drive back that night, so we could sleep in our own bed and everything. And so, we were on our way down. We were almost there. We were literally like 10 minutes away. Yep. And we decided instead of going on the interstate, we we're going to go on a road like a mile off the interstate.
A gravel road.
It was a gravel road for just 2 miles.
Yeah.
And so we're driving on this gravel road, and I was driving, of course.
My car.
Her car. And I wasn't driving that fast because there wasn't very good traction on the gravel road. Mm-hmm. And so we come up to this double train tracks there crossing, and it's up a little hill, and so I slow down a little bit because I'm like, okay, I need to take this slow.
We're probably going like 40 miles an hour.
No, probably like 35.
Okay, we were going slower.
We were going that fast. And so we go up the hill and we get over the first train track, and then boom! Just a big pothole right in the middle of the 2 train tracks. Mm-hmm. And I knew as soon as we hit it, I'm like, we definitely blew a tire or something. Yeah. And so I looked down at the monitor, like she has her monitors, you can see them on her display. And it said, check left front air tire. I'm like, oh.
So he gets out of the car and he goes checks, and I see the air tire says 0. So I'm like, did we pop it? And he I got out down,
and I'm like, oh no.
Oh.
Because it was completely flat.
We both have never ever had flat tires before. Yeah. Never been in this situation.
Never done this.
I've probably seen someone change a tire, but I don't recall what you have to do.
I'm like, well, can't be that hard, they'll give you everything you need. Yeah. You're not gonna have a million tools or anything. And so
we found the donut and
we found it. I was looking under the car because I have a pickup and mine's under, the pickup.
But I knew it was under
it was like in the trunk. And so we found that. And I called my dad, and he was with my brother-in-law. They were coming down too, and they were probably about 10 minutes away. They were staying in a hotel in a town that we'd just gone through. And so they started to come. They came. While they were coming, I started to jack the car up. And it was pretty tough because it was like a crank jack. And, you know. So by the time they got there, the car was all jacked up. I was just finishing up. And so they come and they kind of help. You know, they're like, well, you got to do this and do that. And so I did most of the work, though. I got the tire off, and we rolled it away, whatever, and they looked at it. And what'd you guys see then?
Well, we found this, like, little tiny, like, little speckle of a hole. And so then his brother-in-law was like, well, let me just go take it around.
Yeah, and he works with cars all the time, so, like, he knows about this stuff.
Yeah. So he, like, took it around, and this was a Saturday at, like...
4:30.
4:30. No place was going to be open. And so he tries going around, and he gets to a place, and they, like, look inside of it, and it's completely destroyed inside. Mm-hmm. So can't use the tire at all. Like, can't fix it. Can't put, like, a plug on it or anything. So we...
Well, they would go off and do that, and we're still changing the tire, and, you know, we get the donut on and everything, they took the other one, and so we're just like, okay, we'll take it slow to where we need to go.
Yes.
We're still on country road,
and
it didn't drive very well on the country road.
This donut tire was making us lean, like, to the left.
Yeah, we were leaning front left.
It was the front left tire. Yeah. And so it was...
And it didn't have good traction at all.
No.
So we finally got to highway, and speed there was 55, which was good because we couldn't go very fast.
No.
So we finally got there. We had a good night and everything. We were really worried the whole time, like, what are we going to do? Like, we're probably not going to drive back tonight. My parents offered us we could stay in their hotel room. More about that later. And so, you know, we finally figured it out. My sister's husband, who was down there, he had a trailer. And so we're like, okay, we'll just put it on the trailer and bring it home. And so we did that the next day.
That was a whole ordeal, but...
Yeah, we had a good time at the party, though. Played basketball with my brothers, and Emily just hung out, I think, at the playground or something.
I was nervous the whole time. Brady, you kind of managed your stress.
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking.
But it ended up being okay. We got it on the trailer the next day, and
That was also tough because the car was sit so low that you couldn't just drive it on the trailer. My dad had to back it up onto it, and so it was interesting.
That was a fun time.
But that night, though, you talk about the night in the hotel room.
Oh, okay. So, well, the whole reason why we wanted to drive ourselves down is because we didn't want to have to spend a night in a hotel. So... we ended up having to stay in the hotel room with his parents, and I just can't sleep with, like, in a room with, like, other people, like, that snore, because it's just awful. I've done it with my parents, and and my siblings, everyone snores, so it's, like, so hard for me to sleep, because I sleep soundly, I'm just so quiet, and so then when I've slept in the same room as his parents, and they are loud snorers, and Brady sleep talks and sleep walks. And it was a fun night, I guess. I didn't get that much sleep, but it's a good story to tell.
Well, yeah, I guess at 3:00 in the morning, whatever, I must have sat up and was on my phone.
Yeah, he didn't know, but he, like, got on his phone, he Snapchatted me, and his mom was like, Brady, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm on my phone, Mom. And he doesn't recall any of this.
I always do that. It's weird.
Yeah, it was fun.
Maybe we could have an episode talking about my sleep.
Your sleep patterns.
Yeah.
But
that probably wouldn't be too interesting. But yeah, so back to the whole story there. We got the car home. The whole way I kept saying, like, this is going to be such a fun story to tell. Emma was like, we're not home yet. I'm like, even if we're not, it's going to just get better.
But we got home. We took the car to my house, and we got there safely. It was fine. Everything was good.
Yep. And her dad put a tire on the next day.
Yeah. So it was great. Thanks, Dad.
Worked out really well.
Yeah.
So I guess that's that story.
Yep.
I know you have plenty of stories.
Yeah. So let's see. Where do I want to get started? I would say the, like, very first accident that I really remember, like, doing was it was like my freshman year of high school, and I was in FBLA, and for like an FBLA event, we had to wear a white t-shirt for some reason, and I wasn't wearing a white t-shirt when I showed up to the event, and so I had to go back home and wear a white t-shirt. So I drove home, and I was still like a freshman kid, and I'm like very nervous because I'm like, I don't want the teacher to think I'm like a naughty person because I didn't wear like a white t-shirt and everything, and I wanted to be back on time. So I was pulling into my lane, and I didn't slow down, so I pulled into my lane going like 40 miles an hour. In my old car, it was a Buick LeSabre. They sit very low to the ground, and we have these things on our house, like in the front. It's like
a property marker. Like it's
call
like
it,
this stone there.
We call it a mile marker. I'm pretty sure. Well, it's like a mile away from the stop sign. I don't know.
It's just
Whatever.
a big stone, basically.
It's this big stone that's probably
it's not even that big. It's probably like that.
It's like 2 feet.
That big.
2
probably
feet tall. I would say it's like 2 feet tall.
It's probably like 6 inches in diameter.
Yeah. So, and it's just this like little chunk of a stone that for some reason is at our house. And so...
well, it's way off in the ditch. It's probably like 3 yards from the road.
Yeah,
3 or 4 yards.
It's
pretty far from the road.
So I was pulling in my Buick LeSabre, and I ramped... I was going in 40 miles an hour, and I ramped the mile marker in my car. My front tires were off the road, and... yeah, I don't know how my dad got my car off that, but I had to take a different vehicle back into town. I remember I ran and I was like, Dad, I did this. And he was like, he's very calm in these situations. He's like, okay, well, that's great. Oh. And so he must have got it off. And like, it didn't really do any damage, like, cause the car was like gray, so you can't really even like tell, like, and it's just like an older car too, but. Did you
get there in time to school?
No.
Were you in a picture or anything? Did you have to
I don't even remember what we had to do, but I was late. But it was a whole ordeal. But yeah, you got any?
Well, I guess I do have a tractor story. So
This is a recent story.
This just happened like a month ago. We have this little tractor at my house, and it's fun to drive and everything. And so we were going to get some landscaping done, and we needed to kind of just tear up everything, take out bushes and all that. And so my dad basically put me in charge of that for a little bit, and it was just me out there. And so I get the tractor, I go, and I am tearing up the bushes. I'm just like basically running into them, and this was like right up next to the house. I see where this is going. And so I got the bushes up and everything, and I didn't notice anything until I got out, and I looked at the house and I'm like, uh-oh, I put a hole in the house. Like in the siding there was like a 5-inch hole.
Yeah.
And luckily, like we went inside and looked, and I was really close to messing up the wall inside too. There's like a little bump there that you can tell. But my dad got it fixed and everything, and you know, I think it looks. I guess I haven't really looked.
No.
I think it probably looks good. But then I got a chain and I took the rest up. But when I saw him, like, Dad's gonna kill me. He didn't though.
No, he was nice.
He was calmer than I thought at least.
Yeah.
He's probably thinking, you're such an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? But we got the bushes up and everything.
Good.
Okay, you have a story now? Another story?
I probably have a bunch more stories. But yeah, another one I remember doing was I was pulling into school, same car as before. I was just like, I was getting to the point where I'm like, I'm a pretty good parker now. And I'm really good at parking. And my school does not have like lines like to park in.
It's just gravel.
So you park pretty much like just try to keep in line with everyone else. And so I'm turning like into the parking lot, and I'm turning to make a sharp turn to park into a spot. And it was like February, so like there was snow and ice and everything. And I think the snow or ice, like I might have like slid or something, and I just didn't get my car to turn sharp enough, and I sideswiped a car really bad. I didn't know sideswiping was even a thing until someone's like, did you hear Emily sideswiped this girl's car? And I'm like, I was totally silent for the whole day. I mean, like, the girl was in the car. That was the worst part. Well, I mean, I was going to go and tell her. It honestly was probably for the best that she was in the car. So I didn't have to, like, go and be like, I just sideswiped your car. But she was like, you just hit my car. And I'm like, I am so sorry.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, I felt so awful. I still feel awful. And
like, why'd you put your car there?
No, it was nothing her fault. It was, it was just, because I thought I could make the turn, but, like, the ice and, like, everything was like, no, you cannot make that turn. But it's in the past.
How about that time you ran into the garage?
Oh my gosh, I was trying to think. I was like, I thought I had another good story. This was this year.
Yep. Another recent story.
Brady and I, I'm just not good at parking, and this is why I hate parking. And so Brady and I were pulling up to my house to pick up my siblings to go out to eat, and my parents were not home. My parents went out to eat on their own. And so I was looking for my dog, and I'm like, where's she at? And she was, like, right in front of me, and I was pulling up, not to go into the garage door was shut, I was just pulling in to, like, park right in front of the garage door so I can go through the garage to go inside and get my siblings. And so I I'm, like, slowly inching towards the garage door. I'm, like, looking for the dog, and she just she slowly just walks out in front of, like, me and my car in between the garage. And right as, like, I'm like, oh, there she is.
Bam!
Hit the garage, and Brady was...
I was on my phone or something.
And he's like, what just happened? And I'm like, I just hit the garage door.
We're, like, in the garage. I'm like, where are we?
Left, like, minimal damage. Like, you think I would leave a hole dead. I did not. It was, like...
It just looks like someone hit it from playing basketball.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look bad at all.
Because they got a basketball hoop there.
Yeah, we have a basketball hoop, and it's, like, it has a few dents from, like, the basketball hitting it and everything. So it's not, like... So right away, I just immediately called my dad, because I knew I was going to worry about it if I don't call him. So I called him, he's like, okay.
Once again, very calm.
Very calm. But it was just, that's probably one of the stories where I probably, like, really could have done, like, I really could have avoided it. I've parked in front of the garage door many, many times. I don't know why.
You're way too close.
I don't even know why I did that. I think I just need a new car, because I just don't think... Cars?
It's
not that, like, I don't...
Not the car's fault.
No, I'm just saying, like,
You're talking about you need, like, a wrecking derby car?
No.
So you can do whatever you want with it?
No, I just think I need a smaller car, because my car is very elongated. I think I need more, and I need a car that sits up higher and just smaller, like an Equinox. I need something that's, like, smaller, just so I can, like, sit up high, I can see where I'm at, but I'm not, like... And I'm not, like, too far off the ground, because I don't want to pick up, because then they're big.
I love your car.
It's a nice car. I like my car, and I like it. But I'm not great at parking it. Mm-hmm. And you think I would be? I've had it 2 years now, this car is another Buick. But, yeah.
Lucerne, or what?
Yeah, it's a Buick Lucerne. It's newer than my Buick LeSabre.
It's nice.
But...
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are my... car accident stories.
Yeah, I don't really have as many as you do.
No, Brady's a better driver than me.
Wow.
No, you're just a better parker. He can pull in with his pickup into his tiny little spots, and he fits in there perfectly. If I could not do that in my car, even though my car's like half the size as his pickup.
Emily's freaking out. We're like in Walmart way away, and there's no one 100 feet, and I'm trying to park. She's like, watch out, watch out.
See, I'm like, my parents like to park far away, and I'm just used to that. And I'm like, why don't we just park away from everybody else?
I'm like, Emily, park there. Bam.
Oh, I don't know what I would do if I hit a random person's car. That'd be so sad. I mean, I would obviously go in and try to find them, but like, that'd be so sad.
You just sit there and wait, or leave a note. Just
hey,
leave a note with your phone number on it or something.
Here's my phone number.
Call me.
That's awful.
I've never done this before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think, is that it for our stories about cars and accidents and everything?
I think it is.
I think it is. So, that leads us into our next segment. It's a new one called This or That. And basically we're just going to talk about We have 5 kind of topics. I don't know how long we'll take on each one. Probably not very long, and it's just
But we'll try to persuade
this
why.
or that.
Yeah, why we would like this or that.
So what's the first one?
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke or Pepsi?
Okay, I want to hear. I think I know what you're gonna pick, but I have.
What's your side?
Okay, well, I love Pepsi. I at the same time, I'm like, I don't find a difference in them, but at the same time, it's like, I just like Pepsi better. I like Pepsi products better, and I don't know, I just think Pepsi is just a better pop.
Yeah, all around I'd say Pepsi. Like Pepsi
you do
products.
Too? Okay, I didn't know if you were going to say that.
Well, because Pepsi's got they got more name.
Yeah, but this is also...
Don't they have like Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew?
They have everything, so I'm like... Because it's like Coke has like Mr. Pibb and Mellow Yellow, and
it's still good, but it's like...
They're good, but it's
not Dr. Pepper.
No, but this is Pepsi or Coke, though.
Okay, well... It depends on the situation, really. Like, if you're going to a movie theater, you need Coke.
But, that's all they have there, though.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Pepsi or Coke would...
I would probably prefer to open a can of
I would probably
Pepsi.
say Pepsi.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I mean, yeah. Just all around Pepsi. Pepsi products and everything. Love Coke, but gotta go down
I
that
like
route.
Coke, and it's fine, but Pepsi's better, I would say. They're like twins, but you like the other one better.
No.
I'm just kidding. Okay, text or call?
Texting or calling? I'll go first here. Definitely text. I do not like talking on the phone. If you look through my call history and whatever, literally probably the longest conversation's like a minute, if that, maybe 45 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like, yep, okay, yep, bye.
Yeah.
How about you?
It depends who with. I mean, I would say probably text, but I like the feeling of calling someone and knowing that I could I don't have to write the whole message out, you know? Mm-hmm. It's like, I would prefer to call you than text you, but it's just texting is a lot easier and it's a lot handier, and but at the same time, it's like with texting, I'm like, is my grammar okay with this person? Because, some people are grammar freaks, It's like, I just text to text. I don't text
Calling just stresses me out.
Calling does stress me out.
And texting, you can take more time and really write what you want. Calling, it's like, what if they ask you a question that you haven't thought of or something like that, Whereas texting, it's like they can text you and be like,
But I feel like with calling, though, I don't have, as much anxiety because, when I'm texting someone, I have to wait for that response, if it's, a big, text or something. And I'm like, well, what are they going to say? But, with calling, I'm going to know the answer right away. But I'll probably still say text,
What's the answer?
I would say I probably prefer text.
Yeah, definitely text.
Okay. Rain or snow?
I love rain.
Yeah,
Rain's it's probably my favorite thing almost, out of the weather.
So, I'm thinking about, the aftermath. It's with the aftermath of snow, I hate that there's just snow on the roads and I can't drive anywhere.
But it's fun to play with.
But, with rain, it's kind of fun to run, go through the puddles and everything. But watching snow come down is a lot more satisfying than watching rain come down. So I'd probably say snow.
I gotta say rain.
Okay.
Because rain, it's just you walk outside and it's just so nice. I don't know. Yeah. And it's not gonna be there forever, and and it livens up the whole, green, makes everything green and all that.
Yep.
Which we haven't gotten rain for a while, so we could use some.
Okay. Winter or summer?
So this kind of goes along with that other one.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I like winter just because I love Christmas and I love the Christmas season, and it's also my birthday. I just love that time of the year.
It's true.
But it's I love how I feel in the summer. It's I'm tanner in the summer. I'm I don't have as much going on because I don't have school in the summer. So it's I like summer because of that. But I would probably say winter because I like Christmas.
That's a tough one. I didn't even think of Christmas, but yeah, I like Christmas. I probably have to say summer. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just the whole... It's easier to drive.
Yeah, I like that too, I guess.
It's easier to drive
than
just...
so hot.
Well, yeah, but...
But then in the winter it's so cold. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a trade-off. But I just like summer. I like rain.
Yeah.
I like gardening. Do my plants.
Oh, I love gardening.
I love baseball. That's a summer thing, and I just probably have to say summer. Also, my birthday's kind of a summer birthday.
You are a summer birthday.
Just by 4 days.
Yeah.
So do the math there. 4 or 5, I don't really. I don't know. Something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so we have one more then for this topic?
It's movies or TV shows.
That's a tough one. You know your answer?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
Well, I don't know. I guess I would probably say TV shows just because it's like I like sitting down and watching movies. It's like I like it, but it's like I feel like I just can't pause a movie, you know? It's like it's not the same. It's like, oh, I pause them. It's like oh, someone calls you like, "Hey, you want to go do something?" It's like, "I'm watching a movie right now." It's like, but it's like when I'm watching a TV show, it's like, "Yeah, I'll pause my show. It's fine."
So you don't like the commitment?
Yeah, I would say it's like, and then I like movies that are just hour and a half long. If they're over an hour and a half long, I'm like, I'm going to be sitting there this whole time. And in the end, I know I'm going to really like the movie, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that took 2 hours out of my life. But I guess with TV shows, it takes way more out of you. But I would say I've watched so many TV shows, and I've been so much more committed to watching TV shows than I have movies.
I'd probably say TV shows. Does sports count as TV show?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, definitely TV shows then. Also, like, I like the Office or like Parks and Rec, stuff like that. I could watch The Office how many times through. It's just so funny every time. So I probably guess say TV shows. We did watch a movie the other night, and you're talking about you can't really pause it. We paused it like probably at least 10 times.
We paused it because I did not like it.
Well, no, it's because you had to go do your laundry.
I had like things going on, so it's like, yeah, it stinked. I had to go pause it to do my laundry, and
you also didn't like the movie.
It was a
good movie.
It was a good movie, but I just didn't enjoy like what was happening in it. What was it even called?
Captain Phillips.
We watched Captain Phillips. It was a good storyline, great actors. Yes. Not my cup of tea.
I liked it.
Great action movie, but like...
Look at me. I'm the captain.
No.
You don't like that?
No, did not. It was not mine.
He was one of my favorite characters, probably. I know, and he's a villain. I'm like... I never liked the villains.
Yeah, go watch that movie if you're into
really
some
really
action. Cool. It wasn't... It's PG-13, so it's not like gory.
It's got Tom Hanks.
Yeah. I would say it's not the worst movie he's made me watch. So, like, it was good. Great, but, like, just not my cup of tea.
Better than some of the movies that you pick.
Yeah.
She picks some horrible movies.
They're just old movies, and they don't have a lot of taste.
She's like, let's watch this. I'm like, okay.
I bet we could get into a whole episode.
Then afterwards, she's
movies.
like, why do you watch that? I'm like, you picked it. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
I think we should wrap this up.
Yeah, we need to wrap this up, but... First, rock, paper, scissors. So far, I'm leading 2-0. So let's see if the win streak continues. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, Brady won.
1-0 Brady. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, that's a sweep. That's the first sweep you had.
I'm so bad at this.
Well, that puts me up 3-0 on the season.
And that
on
looks
the series,
like an end to the podcast.
Yes. Thank you for watching, listening, wherever you are. Make sure to like, follow, comment, subscribe, do whatever you can
and for you,
to support us.
For you guys watching out on YouTube, if you guys don't feel like watching us on YouTube and you want to just listen to us in your car, you can find us on Spotify.
Yeah, I don't even...
Apple,
there's so many places.
Anywhere you could probably think of finding a podcast, you can find us on there. Probably.
Just look up Ginger and Blonde Podcast.
Yep.
If it's not there, either we're not popular enough or it's just not on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there will be some links in the description to some of those places too. Also, our email will be there if you want to ask us any questions or anything. Maybe we can have a segment about that if we do get questions.
Yeah.
We've gotten a lot of support.
Yeah.
Thank
you to everyone who has been watching it, and we love hearing that you guys enjoy it.
Shout out to you guys. But yeah, thank you for your support, and I guess we'll see you next time.
Yep.
See
Bye.
That's a tradition.
Thank you for tuning in.
And come back next week as we talk about our next topic.